Hello, today in this video we're going to make the shock trap and we're going to get a flame trap. For this shock trap method, you will need a great thunder blade, some metal weapon, shield or bow. Choo-choo jelly works fine too. And you could get the shock weapon if you want, if you go to the Colosseum ruins at the top floor. But there's a Lionel there too. But once you have the materials, take your shock weapon out. I recommend for shock trapping a great thunder blade. And then take it out. You know how you could kind of like swing it and then electricity comes out? Mid-time, in the middle of the swing, more to the end side, drop it. Equip another metal thing and hold out your sword. If it does that, then that means it worked. So then now you could make the shock trap. Let's use Steel as all shield, and it does that. If you step on it, it'll electrify you. The same can work with choo-choo jelly, but if you want to shock trap enemies, you shouldn't do this because enemies could break it. You could use this to duplicate weapons or just to defeat enemies without using any durability. But keep in mind that this only works on enemies that can be shocked. Guardians and other like things, this will only work on, I believe, bokoblins, Lizalfos, moblins, and that's it. Don't try to do this on Lionels because they have a resistance to elements, nor guardians. So, let me show you a demonstration of a shock trap. And then, you see there's these guys. Oh, I messed up there, so let's... drop it. Oh. So you equip the weapon, shock trap, and then let's get the shield. Okay. Let's shock. And oh, you don't want them doing that. Sometimes that could happen, but you really don't want that. So it's easiest when the enemies don't notice you. So let's go somewhere. Let's see. Okay, I bet there's a camp around here. That isn't this one. Yes, that one. This. Get rid of enemies. Let's go to this camp. Gold enemies, they'll only deal like around 10 damage. But you could do this while you're far away. Drop it. And you have yourself this. Ooh, these guys, let's get rid of them. Okay. Let's You don't want that. Okay, so you saw that he got shocked. That's like the idea, but you don't want the other character to grab your either the shock weapon, nor do you want it to grab the metal conductor. So choo-choo jelly sometimes is better. My dog's barking a lot. But anyway, let's. No, I don't even need this. So it's, and that's how you shock trap. You could do the same with flame, but won't really stun them. So let's get away from these. You can make yourself a really a campfire that won't go out except if it's in rain. You do the same thing, but with a flame weapon. I recommend the Great Flame Blade. It's easiest to use for both shock traps and flame traps. Spears, you have to do it in mid-swing, which is really hard. So that's why I recommend like two-handed, because they're slower and you have more time to. So far I have a spear. So let's try to do this. So let's paraglide down here. Okay. We want some wood to test if I did it right. So let's put that there, but let's face the opposite. So like while the thing's triggered, let's see if it works. If it works, you could use magnesis on it and it'll automatically light it. It doesn't seem like I got it, so let's try again. That's why spears is really hard, because you need to do it quite quickly. So I have a spear. Okay. I accidentally aimed in the direction, so let's grab this. Try it. Did I get it? No. It's really hard with spears. The swords is a little easier, depending how quick it is. The quicker, the harder. So, let's get. You kind of want to like pause and hit at the same time, maybe. And then you could. Let's see if it works. Oh, and if you want any elemental, like swords, spears, or long swords, two-handed swords, you could go to the Colosseum, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So let's try to quickly make it there. And we also don't want the Lionel noticing us, because since I'm on Master Mode, it's a gold Lionel, and they're pretty powerful. They deal like a whole 5 hearts of damage, but let's not get into that. So we're up here now. I used Wally's Gale. Let's get up. You could fight the Lionel if you want, but depending how far you're in the game is depending what rank it is. So let's paraglide over and jump up. Okay. So the top one's electric, but the bottom one, however, is not electricity. It is. You might want a Lionel mask just in case they actually notice you. Okay. Okay, you don't want the Lionel notified. As you can see, the Great Flame Blade's on the other side. Silver Bow Goblin is holding. So let's try to get to them without the Lionel noticing us. So the best way to do that, just kind of get out of the Colosseum, then climb on these rocks. So let's get up. Okay. We could just use Rivali's Gale. It's fine if the Lionel notices us, but oh, chest. Let's get it. And you can get a chest there, and it will contain 5 bomb arrows. Okay, all the enemies here are silver except the Lionel. Everything except the Lionel. Okay. Okay, let's drop it before the shock effect. Okay. So, since they already have a weapon, they can't pick up this weapon unless they are disarmed. So let's not use stasis and use this kind of. You don't even need to do shock trap. You could just say get a really good weapon. Get this guy out of here. You got yourself a great flame blade. Let me grab this. I can't carry anymore, unfortunately, so let's get rid of that Garden Sword Plus. So get plus plus. So let's test it. This is usually hard of the timing, because timing is really hard. So let's load it. You should don't put the wood on top of the Great Flame Blade. It might clip through the floor. Okay, that worked. So let's put it like up there, and make sure it says sit, not take. And then you could use this just to you could use this to damage enemies, but I recommend Shock Trap because it stuns them. Unlike this, it doesn't really stun them. So let's wait until morning. Usually it goes out, but since you have the Great Flame Blade there, it still is lit. So you could rest as many times before you take the Great Flame Blade. Then if you rest, you will see that it goes out. Like this. Like this. It always goes like this, so you won't have to keep on doing that. You could just do it once and then it'll stay like that. Let's not get the one noticing us, and that's it for this video. And something for Shock Trap, this doesn't work on certain enemies. But fire doesn't really stun enemies. Not even, it doesn't stun both goblins, it just gets them on fire. But that's it for this video. Bye.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Remember to like and subscribe to